Namaste YouTube, Winged Wolf Knight coming at you today, and as you can see I'm not my normal location. I am actually in my apartment today. It stormed earlier and we had quite a bit of rain and it's a bit wet out in my normal spot, so I didn't feel like making the trek back there. But I'm on here today to discuss the clairaudience ability. The ability of clear hearing. And as the first sign of this ability goes, guys, the first sign of clairaudience, you hear ringing or high-pitched noises. Ringing or high-pitched sound in your ears often serve as a sign that a spirit guide is around. And I found that pretty interesting because I hear this quite a bit, guys. And I never knew how to put a word with that ability. So, pretty interested here. But anyway, that a spirit guide is around. And it is also common to hear buzzing or feel your ears pop. These sounds normally manifest quick and disappear in seconds or minutes. If there is no medical explanation, this could be a sign you have clairaudient abilities. A spirit might be trying to get your attention to relay important information. If you hear this sound in your ears, guys, that could be a spirit, like I said, trying to get your attention to pass on information from the universe that will help you in a situation similar or whatever it might be. And the second sign of the clairaudient ability, you prefer to learn through the auditory channel. Another clue to clairaudience is you prefer to learn through the auditory channel. This is like people that prefer audiobooks to listen to rather than actually reading the book. The third sign of clairaudience that may correlate and it may indicate that you have this ability, inspiration or ideas flow through you. If you are clairaudient, you probably have many creative, inspired ideas flow through you. These ideas can come to you lost my train of thought. I've got a pesky knack, guys. Give me a second. But anyway, the third sign, inspiration or ideas flow through you. If you are clairaudient, you probably have many creative, inspired ideas flow through you. These ideas can come to you when you're feeling joyful and relaxed, or even when you are doing common tasks such as brushing your teeth, showering, or even just driving your car. And this is because during these activities, guys, that your vibrational frequency is high and you are most relaxed and happy. Hence why this is the perfect moment for spirits to give you solutions to your problems, or they can also give you ideas to improve your life. Number 4. The fourth sign of the clairaudience ability can be you comfort and guide others with great advice. If you comfort and advise others a lot but have no idea where the ideas came from, this can be a sign you're clairaudient. This advice can come from higher spirits through you. You could find yourself actually speaking their words, guys, which I found interesting because there have been times I've given advice that I didn't feel like I actually thought of, but that was relayed to me via an outside source that I was unfamiliar with. Well, that reading through this has answered that particular question, and it's very likely it was a spirit guide that was trying to get a hold of me to relay the information to the party that I was with at the time in order to help them to get through something. But like I said, you can actually find yourself speaking their words and not your own, which honestly that might not be a good thing all the time if they come at you aggressive. Never know, guys, but that's just a little joke anyway, so anyway. So, due to this fact, your advice is on point and can be exactly what the other person needed to hear. And I have done that many a times, guys, where I'm talking to somebody and I said something and they will look at me like, man, I really needed to hear that. Thank you very much, because that just helped me to get through what I was thinking about. And I feel great joy in any time I can help other people, guys. Anyway, number 5, the 5th sign that you can be clairaudient. You tend to talk to yourself. Boy, let me tell you on that one, guys, I have done that for many, many years now. I constantly talk to myself. But if you are clairaudient, it is likely that you have conversations with yourself in your head. I do that all the time. Like I said, I'll have many conversations with myself. I always crack the joke. Sometimes I talk to myself because I need intelligent conversation. So, guess that makes a little more sense now to me than I ever thought. But many of us have influences going on with our internal dialogue, but the voice of clairaudience is the voice of our spirit that guides us and tells us the truth. This voice, guys, this voice comes from a higher place. It does not come from the physical plane, like a lot of people always expect it's got to be physical to be real. That is not the case, guys. There are many messages that come through that are not part of the physical 3-dimensional plane, but instead come from the 4th or 5th dimensional planes. And if you want me to, I can cover those later videos, but that'd be a whole lot of learning for me. But anyway, like I said, everybody usually has some kind of influences that are going on with our internal dialogue, but the voice of the clairaudience is the voice of the spirit, like I said. And it'll tell us the truth no matter what. It is guidance. Plain and simple, guys. It's guidance. The 6th sign of the clairaudient ability. You hear noises when no one is around. And that is another one. A lot of times, guys, I will hear things that nobody else heard, and I finally know why. But anyway, losing a little bit of focus there. Let me get back to it. But yes, like I said, you hear noises when no one is around. And as a question, does it seem like you hear people talking and no one is around, or you hear sounds that others can't? If that's the case, this can be a sign of clairaudience. If you can't discern the physical source of the noise, it is possible that it is not, or it is possible that it is a spirit-generated speech. Like I said, what that means, guys, basically, you get a message that you didn't receive through the physical plane, which tells you that it could very well have been one of your spirit guides from a higher dimension coming to talk to you through your subconscious, is how I correlate that. The 7th sign of the clairaudient ability is this, guys. You are very sensitive to music. If music makes you feel connected to your soul, or you find a deep soul connection to music, you just might be clairaudient. Short, sweet, to the point. There's not much to really go on that sign, guys, so it's pretty self-explanatory. Basically, what that correlates to me is if you are musically inclined, or you have always felt a deep connection spiritually to the music that you listen to, it's probably your clairaudience coming out, and you should not be afraid of that sensitivity. Something that I've had to learn is never be afraid of the sensitivity, because in all honesty today, guys, that sensitivity I see as a superpower more than a hindrance, because a lot of people these days don't seem like they can connect the way we used to, because we're too busy dealing with the whole idea of the illusion of separation, even though, guys, what we should realize by now, we are all connected. Doesn't matter who we are. Every living thing is connected in the universe. That means, guys, we are connected as much to the mosquitoes and spiders as we're connected to one another. So, in fact, all life is very precious and it is very sacred. And once we learn that we are all connected, we should be able to make a huge change in the world today. Eight. Now, the eighth sign of this ability, guys, I actually found somewhat humorous until I read further into it. The eighth sign of a clairaudient person can be simply, as a kid, you had an imaginary friend. Yeah, like I said, a little bit of a funny one there, but it indeed is one of the signs that you could be clairaudient, as if you, as a child, had imaginary friends that you communicated with. And I say that because on this sign, it said, if you had imaginary friends when you were young, they may not have been so imaginary, guys. In fact, what they could have very much been was angels, spirits, or even deceased loved ones of ours. And if you communicated with these entities as a child, it's possible, very, very possible, that you were only accessing your clairaudient abilities and they were not imaginary at all, but just beings from another realm. That still to this day seems like a hard concept for a lot of people to understand, as there are no limits to the realms of possibilities that can exist, guys, because we are only in the third dimension, the physical plane. There's the fourth dimension, which is a spiritual plane, and then there is also a fifth dimension, and so on and so forth. And one thing that I've realized out of my journey so far is just how small I really am compared to the big picture of everything, guys. I have experienced what is known to some of us as an ego death. But I'll cover that in a later video. That would be a whole video in itself on the ego deaths, let me tell you. But anyway, back to focusing. But they could have been angels, deceased loved ones, or even spirits that if you communicated with, you were simply just accessing clairaudience. The ninth sign, and the final sign for this video today, guys, you enjoy and need quiet time. Now, I know most people are going to look like, that's just the trait of an introverted person, yada, 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 and I explained that in this bit of text. But the ninth and final sign of this ability is you enjoy and need quiet time. While most people, like I said, see this need for quiet time as just an introvert quality, that is not always the case, guys. In fact, this trait is also the sign of a highly sensitive soul who needs quiet time in order to hear its own wisdom and drown out the distractions, the noise that is all around them constantly. Clairaudient people are usually highly sensitive both emotionally and physically. That's why noises can make a clairaudient person feel tired and even sometimes irritated. Due to this fact, it is important for clairaudient people, guys, to have quiet time every day. You may get noise-canceling headphones or make time to meditate. I, guys, am one that I typically make time to meditate so that I can go on the inside of myself and work as much on my inner self as my outer appearance, my outer vibrational patterns being sent out. But I can say that I have meditated for many years, and it single-handedly has been one of the best methods for me to learn certain things about who I am. And like I said, that can be a sign of my clairaudient ability coming out, is when I crave that quiet time, crave that time for myself, so I can just go inside myself and figure things out that I want for myself, if that makes sense. But, yeah, so, not a lot that I could figure out on that one so far, guys. I'm sure there's a lot more information on this that I'll get around to at a later date. But for now, I just want to get on here to make this video. And pretty interesting because I now understand a little bit more of myself than I did. Which, thank the universe on that. Blessed be. But anyway, guys, wanted to get on here making video. Got a few more videos that I am currently in the process of getting together. And once they are released, they'll be released. But on that note, guys, think I'm about to cut this video short. But before I do that, I just want everybody on here to know that I hope that they have had a wonderful day. I hope that they have kept positive vibrations, that they are in a good place mentally, and blessed be to all of you fine people out there. And like I said, I just hope that you are filled with the utmost positive energy that I can provide to the universe. So, take that and enjoy it, guys. And on that note, Winged Wolf Nights out. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so that you'll get updated every time I upload a new video. And the support that I've gotten from you guys, even though I'm still a relatively small channel, the support that I have gotten from the people that have watched my videos, I am so appreciative of. And I hope for their continued support. And on that note, good night, YouTube.